Hello everyone, MFPallytime here. Welcome back to Overwatch. In today's video, I'm going to be playing some Genji. He is one of the characters that was announced at BlizzCon. He's been in the game since, I got home from BlizzCon, but I haven't been able to make any videos for him yet. Out of all of the characters I played, I was definitely the most excited about him. I did get a chance, as you all know, I did get a chance to go out to the Blizz HQ. Right about the time that Lucio was released, and I was like, so, what's going on with that samurai guy that was in one of your first cutscenes and then was never shown again? And that was Genji. And they didn't tell me anything. There was like a little sparkle in their eye and, a shimmer of happiness and joy, but that's all I could pick up from him. We found out who he was at BlizzCon, and I have to say his playstyle is super fun, super fast-paced, really enjoyable. And I'm going to try to get a good game today. We are defending this payload here. We have to stop them from pushing in on it. Genji's strengths are his just massive amount of mobility. As you can see, I'm over here double jumping, I'm able to wall run, and then my shift ability gives me like a dash. I just almost teleport through the air, and if I pass through anyone, I am going to be dealing some significant damage to them. It's like a damage over time effect as I fly through a character. So he's all about getting in, doing damage, moving quickly, and then getting out. When he does get a kill, it does reduce the cooldown of his shift ability. So for instance, if I shift through a target and they die from that damage, I can instantly shift again. We should be able to just come in here and kill this Reinhardt. Our left click is 3 shurikens thrown in succession, and our right click is a shotgun style, more of a horizontal spread rather, of shuriken all at one time. There is a travel distance that you have to get used to, and that's a bit hard at first, but it does become quite powerful once you get used to aiming your projectiles. Looks like Reaper's just going to straight up chase after me. We should be able to outmaneuver him just fine. We'll dip up to this rooftop. He can follow me, but he has to use his teleport in order to do so. And as you can see, I've pretty much stayed in this fight this entire time. But it's my mobility that is keeping me alive. I could just dip out, go get health whenever I need to. And of course, with any character, knowing the map and understanding where your health packs are is going to be a big part of your success. One of the hardest parts of playing Genji is his E ability. This is something that will take some practice to get used to, but once you do, you can really start to outplay people. As you can see there for a moment, I kind of held my sword out in front of me. That was me reflecting projectiles back at enemies. We have our ult now, so I'm just going to dip out back here. Try to get a kill with this, and then we could start sprinting and dealing some damage. Was a little bit overextended there, as you could clearly see. So what does Genji excel at? He excels at just poking and prodding away at backlines. He can deal a ton of burst damage in a very short amount of time, so he's really good at bursting down squishies. But because of his mobility and his ability to just poke away at someone, he's also pretty good at killing tanks as well. As you saw earlier, I was just kind of having my way with Reinhardt. Now, he is very squishy, so your mobility is incredibly important, but of course you do have the projectile reflection that is very strong. Let's come up here and just reflect projectiles back at this Hanzo, and then finish him off with some shurikens to the face. Now, I do not have my reflect again. It does have a cooldown, so we do need to be careful with this Reaper, but I should just be able to re-engage now, aiming right at him. He does use his invulnerability as I use my reflect, so perhaps this Reaper knows a thing or two about a thing or two, but we are going to be able to finish him off there, just no problem. Our mobility is unmatched in this game, and we have to make sure that we are using it if we want to be a successful Genji. Now, everyone and their mother has been playing this character that has access because he's a fucking ninja that just runs around and does damage. But he's very strong and very fun. And I just kind of wanted to show that off in a video today. I've been thinking about going through each of the characters and really showing off their strengths. I should have reflected there. Wasn't too sure what the Reaper was doing, and that cost me my life. Now, that was a situation I believe I could have very easily lived through. Watch that be play of the game. But because of my momentary hesitation, we did die. And that's really where the skill cap of Genji comes into play. Being able to predict when characters are going to try to burst you down, reflecting that back into them, and then using your mobility to get out of a sticky situation. We should just be able to walk in here and kill this Reinhardt. We're going to use our right clicks He is being thrown around by our Winston, but not a problem. We can easily deal with that. And I'm just going to go ahead and start reflecting. I did miss my dash on this Reaper, so we're going to try to disengage. We do have a Mercy healing us up to full health very nicely. We're just going to walk in here with the reflect. He had to reload right then, so a little bit mistimed on our part, but we were able to pick up the kill, no problem. Lucio for the enemy team having to use his bro shield to disengage. We always want to be thinking about flanking on Genji as well. If you walk right in and just try to kill someone, you're not going to have any success. It's always about predicting where they're going to be and trying to capitalize on it. We are being chased down by the enemy team's Genji there. Once again, in a bit of a predicament, it would have been better to run back up the stairs where I came from. I did, of course, know that Hanzo was the only one there, or at least suspected that Hanzo was the only one there. But as of right now, we have 9 eliminations, 6 final blows. What does that mean? Essentially, we secured 6 kills and helped in 3 others. Helped in some way. Very, very, very fun. So our ultimate is a katana that we're going to pull out and start swinging around. You do become very vulnerable, and it becomes very important to use your shift in alongside this ability. All right, coming in on this Reinhardt, who may just be AFK. Because we killed him, our shift is off cooldown again, but unfortunately I was a little bit too out of position. Looks like a little bit of a lag spike there. Trying to reflect the enemy team's Widowmaker's projectile back at her, was not able to do so. She may just kill me here. No, that katana, or that shuriken to the face. Able to take her down, no problems. That was us on defense. We're actually an offensive character. So hopefully we can get on offense now, and I could show you this one more time from the other point of view. Reinhardt with the play of the game. I instantly fell in love with this character, though. He is absolutely my play style. Not really the best at objectives, I'm not going to lie. It's a little bit of a selfish play style because you are going out and effectively ignoring the win condition. Look at that, damage reflected. That's not even that good. I'm going to thumbs up our Mercy. She negated 32% of the enemy team's damage with her healing. Look, I got my name up on the board twice. Look at that, 44% kill participation. That's not bad at all. Looks like a couple people on the enemy team rage quit after that loss, so we are going to wait it out and see what happens. And hopefully we get a chance to attack, hopefully. And we are attacking. Once again, I'm going to be picking Genji. Now, I want to reinforce the idea that Overwatch is a game that's meant to be played as a team. You always want to be thinking about what can improve your team comp. But with these videos, I'm trying to stick to just one character, and I'm trying to reach the win condition with this one character. If you're playing Overwatch, when you get invited to the beta, or when we have these open beta weekends, it really is best for the team if you're adjusting your playstyle, if you're adjusting your character selection based on what you're encountering. But for right now, again, as I said, for these videos, I want to show off these characters. Alright, so about 20 seconds until the doors open for our attack. I'm going to use basically an alternate route to get out. There are the front left and front right entrances. I'm going to use the top entrance here. Just going to do a quick peek. And then I'm going to stand to the side. I don't necessarily want them to see me here. Remember, Genji is all about surprise. You want to be constantly jumping in on people who don't expect you. So this is one of the ways that we can do that. Just peeking, peeking, peeking. And I'm going to jump to this building here and then use our wall run to get up top. The enemy team already set up over here. And of course they see me. I was stunned by the McCree with his stun grenade and was not able to deflect in time. Okay, he was the one shooting at me. I thought I heard a turret. I thought maybe that was what was shooting at me, and I do see the turret there on the road now. Okay, so a little bit of a weird start, but that's the kind of thing you have to be worried about with Genji. You can't ever attack someone from an area that they'll expect, which constantly forces you to find new routes on the map. Hello. I'm just gonna leave that. I want nothing to do with that. I was hoping maybe that was a Reaper behind me, but no such luck. Oh, she found me again. She just used her thrusters though, so we should just be able to scale up here just fine. And it looks like someone else already fighting the good fight up here, trying to take down these snipers. Who was that just dropped down? Was that Widowmaker? No, that was McCree. We dove right through him, and I'm not going to lie, I kind of lost my bearings there for a moment, and we're just going to reflect that final shot back into him, and we're going to live through that with 1 HP. Let's go ahead and grab that, come up here and grab the bigger one. And as the team is pushing this cart, remember, I'm not the best at these objectives. If the enemy team sees me coming, I'm not going to be able to do much damage. We do knock D.Va out of her robot there, so I'm just going to come in for some damage. We did have a soldier 76 in the middle of the walkway able to take me down. Now, notice, on attack, he is an offensive character. This is what I find really weird about Genji. We are on attack right now, and you would think, you know, an offensive character would be really good in an attacking situation. But the enemy team is able to predict where I'm coming from much easier when they are this close to my spawn point, when they're forced right up to our front door. They're able to see me coming a lot easier. It's a lot harder to flank these guys. And because of that, it's a lot harder to play Genji. Even though you are on attack and you are a offensive character. Gonna have to reflect that sentry shots back into it. Now remember, with the reflect your E ability, you don't necessarily have to aim it at anyone. Regardless of what you're looking at, you are going to take less damage. But you can do things like this and reflect all of that damage back to a target if that's where your crosshair is located. I don't know if that D.Va's following me or not, but we did almost kill Torbjorn's sentry just by standing there and reflecting damage. I'm going to try it one more time. Looks like he's over there healing it now. With Molten Core up, I'm not going to be able to push through that, so let's wait for this healing item one more time. It's going to be really hard to do anything meaningful to these guys with that sentry up, but as you can see... No way she saw that coming! She had to have had her ultimate up, right? Oh, of course. Of course, she just happened to be looking at a Pharah right then. What a shot, too! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's a lot harder to push a payload than you might imagine. And because, you know, we don't have much of a team comp going for this, we don't even have a support right now. It is becoming quite difficult. I'm going to use the side path again, though. I don't think they'll see it coming. Hello! Oh my goodness. So much damage. We did step on her poison grenade thing, and we are going to have to back off. Lucio, of course, seeing me there. We're going to have to do some fancy footwork to get around him, or we'll just walk right into him and kill him. That works for me. Gonna wait for this health pack to come back. We have taken their healer away from their front line. Maybe we could do some damage now. We know that Widowmaker is back here somewhere too. So keep our eyes open. We now see the entirety of the enemy team because of our friendly Widowmaker's ultimate, and we're starting to chip away at them. Alright, that was my best. That was the best I could do. And it's still not even enough to take down that turret. We need to focus this turret. Essentially, this Torbjorn is stopping our entire team because they're all playing classes. Well, really, a lot of them are playing classes that could easily deal with this. Widowmaker can outrange it. McCree can outrange it, but he was just kind of standing there, decided to leave the game now. So not a lot of teamwork going on the offense side this time. I'm going to try to get up there and kill those guys, though. And again, as I mentioned, it is very meaningful and powerful and good and what you should be doing, all of these things, to be switching your character based on the situation. We could easily go as Reinhardt here and walk right up to that turret and not have to worry about it. We could easily go as Lucio and give our team a speed boost so they can jump right on top of it. There are several options that we could do. And I think it's important to see the weaknesses of these characters at the same time, because Genji, and really our team comp in general, just because we're super offensive doesn't mean that it's the right pick for every situation, and I want to make that very clear, and I hope I have. Trying to back out here. Let's walk right in front of this baby girl. Hello. Alright, we picked up 2 kills there. Actually, we are in overtime now, so it looks like the enemy team finally getting wind of what's going on and jumping on that objective. We are being flanked by D.Va. We should just be able to disengage. I hope. We are pushing the payload. It looks like they're doing some good work. I just stepped on a poison mine. I think it's going to kill me. Yes, it is. But the friendly team finally pushed in. We were able to distract that turret long enough, and they are now moving the payload. Now, this is kind of a do or die situation. If we aren't able to keep this moving, we will quite simply lose the game until we get onto that next checkpoint. And it looks like the team is being picked off one at a time, and that is going to be a victory for the enemy team. But that's Genji. I feel like I spoke really well about his strengths and weaknesses. I feel like I showed off his playstyle quite well, and I'm pretty happy with that. And look at that, we get play of the game. We get play of the game. Let's see what it was. Oh, it was us with this terrible ultimate. It's pretty bad when a double kill you didn't even mean to get gets play of the game, you know what I'm saying? Pretty bad. But alright guys, Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. This is Genji. We'll be back very soon in Overwatch with a different character, and I hope to see you all next time.